Hello there. Let's have a little chat about the Dross at Tross Publishing. They're a publishing house that make historical books, which are supposed to be like textbooks but don't have facts, because that's what textbooks have. But that doesn't stop them from trying to sneak them into school libraries, which is really problematic for a number of reasons. School libraries are obviously different from school to school in how they acquire the books that they've got, but they are ultimately a resource there for teaching and for kids to get into reading and learning writing and history and all that kind of stuff. If the history books that are there are not accurate, that causes a problem, especially as we go into a change in our history curriculum that's a little bit more honest than what we've seen in the past, but also a lot more locally focused. Some of our history stuff is pretty old school and British, which it shouldn't be for obvious reasons. These books, though, have a really specific perspective. From a movie point of view, we call the trope that they use white saviour complex, which is what these movies are, where white people show up and save people of colour. And the Tross books are exactly the same, but nastier because they're supposed to be based on historical fact. There should be quotes, air quotes, around historical facts. They have a really powerful narrative of Maori should be proud of the fact that white people showed up and saved them and colonized the country and built the infrastructure and did absolutely everything to get the country to where it is today. Don't they dare get uppity and ask for things like treaty settlements or he puapua or any kind of equitable outcomes that redress any kind of problem that's occurred over the last 170 years. How dare they? And I really wish that I was being over dramatic here, but that's literally what these books are about. That's such a problem. Kids reading this, kids looking into learning more about their history, reading this kind of stuff, are going to be really misinformed. And those particular perspectives are downright racist. Absolutely racist. So if you come across this in any of your school libraries, or you see it for sale on a bookshop or online, put in a complaint, try and get it stopped. Like, it's really awful for anybody to sit down and read this kind of stuff and feel like it might actually be accurate. Just remember, it is about as accurate as Angels and Demons or the Muppet Show when it comes to history. The other thing you could possibly do is just give Disney a call about this particular book of theirs, because Disney doesn't like people using their intellectual property, and this kind of looks like their intellectual property. Maybe it's just something to consider.